Hello, Taurus. Welcome to your weekly reading. This is going to be for the week of, and I'm a little bit behind, 17th to the 23rd of April. Now, I kind of feel like I have to hold this, so bear with me. The sound is not the greatest. Again, Mercury retrograde is on its way, and of course, it affects me every single time. So yeah, my microphone, the connector kind of stopped working, so I have to get another one. But in the meantime, and I'm also moving, so there's a lot going on. This may not be a super long reading, but hopefully it's long enough for you to get the information that you need. So anyway, Taurus, I'm going to jump straight in and see what's going on for you guys, okay? So I'm going to shuffle the cards first, and then we'll talk about it. Alrighty. Alright, please Spirit, for Taurus, please, for the week. 17th to the 23rd, please, for Taurus. Okay. And one more, please. Yeah, I love that. Okay. Already is good, and any decisions that you're deciding to make when it comes down to it's in terms of you leveling up, which is great, whether that's your intention and it kind of feels like it is, like you're ready for the next stage, you're ready for the next chapter, you're ready for something new. If you find yourself kind of wanting to do anything new and kind of be in that energy, then this is a really good sign that you're going to really step into a completely new chapter of your life, which is very nice to see. But it does come from a decision of leaving something behind. Now, that of course could be anything. It's a general reading, so anything to do with a relationship, anything to do with friendships, moving, changing your career or leveling up, at least letting go of an old role, an old way of being. There's so many different ways it can go, so I'll allow you to resonate with it however it's going in your life. But this is a very big decision for you to make, and something that's going to be very, very rewarding for you, okay? Let's carry on with the cards, and then we'll see what else is coming through. But already in your oracles, it looks amazing. All right, for Taurus, please. All right, it's already coming out. Current energy for the week, overall energy. Okay. Okay. Okay, I like this a lot, and I will show you the cards that are coming up. But for anyone who knows me, I like to look at them first, pull the messages, and then I'll show you why I'm seeing that along the way. So, this is really good in terms of work, finances, and just building something, okay? And I'm very heavily emphasizing that because your first oracle card is exactly that. Maybe some of you are in do anything to do with building, or you're building something in your life. But this is really a really strong independent vibe that you guys are giving off whenever this card comes through. This kind of gives me Nine of Pentacles vibes every single time. So you guys could have your own business, or be working towards having your own business, or trying to find some financial freedom, or working towards your financial freedom here. This is a very good energy to have, because in this card it's all about making the right decisions, and making decisions that are going to impact you not just now, but later down the line too. So a lot of you may find yourself working towards that end goal, end goal. You're thinking about the legacy, you're thinking about long-term success and not just short-term wins. So this is a really good energy to be in, and maybe for some of you that could be some advice for you as well. If it's not already an energy that you're going through, this could be some advice to look towards longevity, long-term success, and not just short-term wins, because this card is being clarified by the Seven of Pentacles. So very Capricorn energy. It just shows me that things have been quite slow moving. Things are really taking its time to build, and this can sometimes bring in the should I give up, or should I just when is this going to happen? Have I completely gone down the wrong thing? Don't question yourself. We do have an energy in the middle of your reading of the Eight of Swords, which is about kind of that anxiety and that feeling of pressure, feeling of imposter syndrome sometimes. Eight of Swords is a card where we're kind of being trapped in our head a little bit, and there is a solution. There is always a way out. Sometimes we can't see it straight away, but it doesn't mean that we go in our head and panic, but it's rather kind of searching for it, waiting for it, allowing it to come through, allowing yourself to see it when it arises, whatever answers and clarity you need, it will come to you. But there is actually a bit of an emphasis in what you are supposed to leave behind is anything that's causing confusion. That could be our own perspective, okay? And that is coming through. Sometimes it's just you might be talking yourself out of things that are actually going to be good for you, or again, a little bit of imposter syndrome is going to be, it seems to be coming up a lot here, of scaring yourself out of an opportunity. Just make sure you're aware of not to do that. Because what you're working towards is going to pay off for you. And it has a very strong energy coming through with these two cards alone. It is, again, Capricorn energy, which is all about hard work and responsibilities. And I feel like this is something that you've been having to really keep on top of recently. But I just want to say that you're making the right decisions. You're doing the right things. So keep believing in yourself and keep pushing. You may not see results straight away. But again, that's why we were coming through with the long-term success, not short-term success, okay? This is something that you're building for longevity. Whatever it is that you're building is going to last a very long time. If it's a relationship, if it's self-improvement, if it's a company, if it's just your financial position. There's no quick way about it if you want it to last a long time, So if you're in it for the end goal, you're making the right decisions now for it to pay off in the future. So don't you worry. Your overall energy, and I want to kind of talk about it, is the Eight of Wands. This was the first card coming up for you, which is all about things are going to start moving very quickly for you. What you'll find is that there's going to be a lot of movement within this week and maybe a few weeks after this also. This is just saying that you are actually kind of moving towards something, and you might, again, start to see the difference between something slow and when. It kind of feels like your back is kind of turned to what actually is coming in because you're paying so much attention on something that you're working towards. You're not going to see this coming. This Eight of Wands also represents communication, so pay attention to any emails. Make sure you check the junk mail to see if anything is in there. You could be waiting for this. All right, this could be something that you are anticipating, but for some of you, I kind of feel like it's an opportunity or multiple opportunities that are coming through for you. But overall, the Eight of Wands for me really represents the fact that things are moving fast in the right direction. So if you're ever having any self-doubt, which does feel like a bit of a blockage through your reading, this is just saying that this is kind of the mind playing tricks on us. When things are uncertain, when things are unclear, we kind of grasp onto the most secure answer that we have, and sometimes that's panic of, okay, this is not working out, I need to jump ship and do something different. They're saying here that the only thing to really jump ship from, at least in what it is that you're building, because you do have time to go, and that was something that I was picking up on, but it kind of feels like it's leaving an old part of yourself behind and getting ready for this new thing, and sometimes it's letting go of illusions. And it could be physically actual people or situations that are causing confusion here. Seven of Cups is about options. So some of you could be, taking options here, going towards certain options. And this is all helping you to build. And this is not just going to be short-term gains as well. Again, I'm seeing it to be something that is going to work towards this legacy that you're building. This goal and vision that you have of how your life is going to look or how you want it to look, you are making the right decisions to get there. So the time to go is being clarified by that Seven of Cups. So this is something that we are having to leave. As you can see, we're kind of looking maybe at things a little bit distorted and seeing something that might not be there. It could be in terms of fears, though, is what it's coming through as. The Seven of Cups usually means kind of confusion or having too many options, and that can lead to procrastination, which can also be what the Eight of Swords is about, which does seem to be the blockage here. Okay, so I feel like you're going to be taking an opportunity because with the Eight of Wands, I'm going to tell you about what I'm seeing here. So you have the Wild card, and yes, I have covered her nudity. I've given her some, a little bit of a top here, only because YouTube is getting really, I've had a few videos now being flagged up as nudity content, and I was like, what? Until I realized it was the tarot cards. But The wild card is all about new beginnings. It's all about kind of vulnerability and being ready for something new. So for this to come through as well as this time to go, it kind of feels like you're getting ready to no longer hold yourself back. You are getting ready to push forward. You are letting go of anything that's causing too much confusion or any opinions of other people who could be causing opinions here or confusion as well, because Three of Cups is there. Which can represent friendships, but this is also a really good time for celebrations. So whatever it is that you're leaving, all right, whether it's kind of mentally, emotionally, whether it is just physically, this does really give me the energy of celebration and something that you're going to be celebrating with others, okay? Or it's just something your spirit guides are really happy for you about, okay? Some of you may have a female energy and spirit here who's looking out for you here. All right, who's celebrating with you. There's some significance around the color gold for you as well, and that could just be the money. So some of you are getting, all right, some of you could be getting a bonus, or some of you could be getting a pay raise. It seems like you're leaving an old, moving into a new, and it does look like an upgrade in your money. Why? Well, we then, after this time to go card, we actually have the new life and the Eight of Pentacles. And 11 actually is just on the timer right now. So it was 111, and then of course goes to 11. So this is wish fulfillment for you. Maybe some of you have talked yourself out of this, again, because of imposter syndrome or because you kind of felt stuck, trapped. There was a little bit of fear involved with the decision making. It feels like you're ready to go to the next level. You've built yourself up to a certain point, as now it's time to kind of get rid of that ceiling and crack it down so you can continue to grow, okay? And this is that new life. This is that you, Taurus, reborn. And we go from that Seven of Pentacles that we had in the beginning to this new life and the Eight of Pentacles, where you are going to be getting some recognition for the work that you're putting in. You are getting rewards for the work that you're putting in. And this feels like it seems easier now. Like it feels like you've been working super hard to get to a certain position, and now you've kind of completed something with that wild card. Now you're on to the next level. And the Eight of Pentacles feels like you're going to find yourself getting either money, recognition, or whatever easier. Okay, something's going to be easier for you now that you've reached this point, and it is kind of very Saturn energy, like we were saying with the Capricorn. It's ruled by Saturn, which is the planet of very hard lessons. It is restrictions, it's delays, it's really, it's responsibilities, it's taking its time. It could be authoritative as well, so maybe some of you kind of had a blockage there in some shape or form. But you're kind of breaking that barrier, and it feels like this is what this time to go energy is about, is breaking a barrier. So this new life is what you're coming to within this week, which is nice. And again, things seem easier for you now. Like it doesn't seem so much work. It feels a little bit quicker too, so things are picking up pace, like we said. Now, I'm going to show you how these came up. You have the Eight of Wands, Eight of Swords, and a Four of Wands. So again, this is not something that you may see as a good thing. You might be like, oh my goodness, things are speeding up. Like, what on earth am I going to do? Like, maybe it's going too quick. Be careful. Some of you Taurus may struggle with a little bit of anxiety, or you may kind of put way too much pressure on yourself too early, by overthinking something before it happens, which we all do, don't worry. It's not a crime, but it is a little bit damaging to your self-esteem here, which is what I'm seeing. So things are moving quickly for you. Maybe this is something that you didn't expect. It feels like maybe this communication or this speed or this ease, I really feel like something is easier. Really getting that is really going to lift up this blindfold and really help you to find a solution in a situation that you felt stuck in for a little while now, and maybe a mindset shift as well. And then we go to the Four of Wands, which again is another card of celebration. It is the 11 card, so it is towards something what you are. Some of you, if you're passing a test or if something you're waiting to get feedback from, this is again some celebration of some acceptance of some kind. All right, and this is also a card of abundance. All right, this is reaching a milestone for me when I read this card. Alrighty, so it's good. Alrighty, Taurus, let me pull you out some tea leaf tarots to get some random messages for you. So, are you ready for this new life, Taurus? Look at that. It's very heavily around your work and your achievements, just in general. Okay, we have the ant spirit coming through, which is work, achievement, and success. And the other card that came through for you was stuff you'll be taken care of in difficult times. So, again, you do have some spirit guides really looking out for you at this time. Like, very strongly, you are being looked after here. Things are going to work out for you. All right, animal spirit, please, for Taurus. Beautiful. And your animal spirit for the week is a squirrel, which is kind of known for hiding, its goods and then coming back to it later. Some of you could be saving, and this could be in terms of like an investment that you've been working super hard for, okay? The squirrel spirit is also speaking about believe in yourself. All right, when you believe in yourself and the work that you have done so far, everything will pay off for you, okay? Just keep pushing. All right, so Taurus, I'm going to love you and leave you. I wish you guys all the best, and this is a really amazing week for you, so I'm super happy because you guys really deserve it after the weeks that we've had. So I wish you all the best, and I will see you guys next time, okay?